The T20I series may be over, but what it does now is give both teams an opportunity to try a few different combinations, as well as players going ahead into the third T20I to be played at the Sydney Cricket Ground. It also adds a bit of a contest in this series that has already been won by India 2-0. You're watching ESPN Cricinfo Match Day. I'm Nikhil Naz, and I'll be shortly joined by Tom Moody and Deep Dasgupta. Before we get into the discussion, a quick reminder that ESPN Cricinfo is already your go-to source for all the text commentary, analysis, video analysis. But now you can also watch the match highlights and match clips. So log on to espncricinfo.com, but only if you reside in the Indian subcontinent can you watch those clips. Okay, looking ahead to that 30-20I between India and Australia, I'm joined by Deep Dasgupta and Tom Moody. Tom, I'll start with you on this one. Hardik Pandya has proven his worth as a genuine batsman.
Absolutely has. You know, he has been really the star of the white ball cricket so far here down under. And, you know, he should be celebrated. He's not only, we know, fully fit, a very, very good all-rounder, but what he has done is he's shown and emerged as a genuine top-order finisher. I wouldn't be tempted to push him too much up to the top of the order. I think he's perfectly suited at number 6, and he's shown that he's got the nerve, he's got the power game, and everything else that goes with, you know, having to finish games under pressure.
All right. Just taking a look at a few stats there of Hardik Pandya. 2016 to 2018 vis-a-vis 2019 to now. So a 2-year period is what we're looking at. And the number of sixes that he's hit, and this is balls per sixes, it's only gotten better for Hardik Pandya. He's now taking, 7.4 deliveries to hit a 6 compared to 13.2 that was earlier. Also least balls per 6. And there as well, he's second on that list, just behind, you'd expect, Andre Russell at 7.4 balls per 6, as I just mentioned. Deep, just coming to you now, these are two ends of the spectrum, right? Taking responsibility and risk-taking, yet somehow he's managed to combine the two of them beautifully.
Absolutely. I think we all knew that he has the ability to hit sixes, but his shot selection has improved so much in the last couple of years. Obviously, his maturity. Now you know that he can bat in different phases, different situations as well. Especially if you look at the ODI, the couple of 90s that he got in the ODI, they were absolutely super the way he paced those innings. So you do realize that he's matured now. His shot selection, again, I can't emphasize enough. Earlier on, he would hit those big sixes. Obviously, his power hitting has improved, but the shot selection drastically improved in the last couple of years.
Next up, India should give Mayank Agarwal a go in the final T20I. Deep, I'll start with you on this one, especially since they've not spared him for the red ball game.
Yeah, but I really wouldn't want to change it. I mean, you're playing well. You won both the T20I. Shikhar has done all right. I mean, why change it? I mean, I won't change anything. I won't unnecessary. And also, I mean, it's not a 5 T20I series. It's 3. So anyone you get in, you'll get in only for one game. And that's, again, he performs or doesn't perform. It's very unfair. I mean, when you start judging player based on one game. So if it's not strategic or if it's not forced, I'm not going to change anything.
Tom, what would you do? The only one that you could really take out of the team, and as Deep just mentioned, stay with Shikhar. Maybe KL Rahul, rest him because he's part of the test squad too.
Oh, look, personally, I would be definitely looking to play him. Yes, it's important that India, try to win the series 3-0, but I think there's an equal importance in exposing Agarwal to some competitive cricket. As you've mentioned, he's not playing in the warm-up match. So I think a game under pressure, even though it's a considerably different format, will be valuable in his preparation for the Test series. So I would be definitely looking to move him in at the top of the order, whether that's at the expense of Shikhar Dhawan or KL Rahul. That's something that the selectors and the management will have to decide.
All right, now taking a look at Australia's perspective here. Australia should get Sean Abbott to bowl his full quota of overs. A reminder here that Abbott's bowled 2 overs each in the 2 T20Is that he's played, but hasn't been able to get a wicket. Tom, how best can Australia utilize him?
Well, for a start, bowl him 4 overs. He's selected as a specialist bowler. You're not going to find much out from a bowler that's bowling 12 balls in a T20 game twice. So to me, he needs to be bowling at the real pointy end of the game, and that is in the power play overs. And I'd like to see him take responsibility at the death. That is the only way Australia are going to find out, and Sean Abbott himself's going to find out exactly what his capabilities are at the international level. So I'm very surprised that he hasn't bowled his full quota, because you're not learning a lot about the play. You need to put them under pressure and throw them in at the challenging, ends of the game. He's got a very good record in Big Bash cricket. Expose him to see if he can match that record on the international stage.
Deep, just taking that point forward that Tom talks about his record. This is the best bowling strike rate in T20Is in the last 5 years. And Sean Abbott's at number 2 spot with a bowling strike rate of 13. He's picked up 82 wickets. This is T20 cricket as a whole. But this particular series, you'd have to say, I know Tom makes a point there, you haven't given him those 4 overs, but his wicket-taking abilities have eluded him to a certain degree.
Yeah, but it also affects the bowler. If you're picked as a bowler and you're bowling only 2 overs back to back in 2 games, that's not going to help his confidence anyways, right? And I mean, most of them are playing this format after a very long time, especially someone like Sean Abbott, who wasn't part of the IPL. So he's playing this format after a while. Those numbers are phenomenal numbers that you mentioned. So I mean, I don't think it's going to help anyone's cause, not the Australian, definitely not Sean Abbott as an individual, who's picked as a bowler and managed to bowl only 4 in the 2 games.
All right, gentlemen, we'll leave it at that. Deep Das Gupta, Tom Moody, thanks so much for joining us. A quick reminder once again, you can catch all the match highlights and match clips on ESPNcricinfo.com. You are watching ESPN Cricinfo Match Day.